Welcome to Baseball Town, the home to your Ready Fightin' Phils.
It's the history, the excitement, the victories. It's the joy, the passion, the personalities. It's the moments, the memories, the future. It's the place for it all. Baseball team.
Hi, I'm Phil from Landon. I'm proud to be a citizen of the one and only baseball team.
Welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium, home of Phillies Double A baseball since 1967 and the longest running affiliation in professional sports.
Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Phils. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We invite all active military and all veterans to please salute the flag. And now, as part of tonight's Baseball Town Charity Dream League night, representing all of the Dream League players, he himself plays in the Dream League. Please welcome Nick Yaniskevich, who will perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last, whose broad shores and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched.
bells bursting in a gay brew through the night, that our flag stood. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Nick Yanuskevich.
Well, we're ready for some Fightin' Phil's baseball tonight after a great national anthem singing by Nick Yanuskevich down on the field. The Fightins take the field as well, and we're about ready to get started. Our first game this series against the Portland Sea Dogs, the Red Sox affiliate. We'll see them 6 games in a row at home here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and then 6 on the road up in Maine later on this summer. It is Julian Garcia who's taking it out on the mound today. He'll be backed up by Steven in left, Gamboa in center, and Landon in right. Tatum over at the hot corner, Stott and Brito back in the middle infield, and Madison Stokes over at first. Rodolfo Duran is going to be your catcher behind the plate tonight, and calling those balls behind the plate tonight, Jonathan Biarretta, the home plate umpire, over at first. We have Tanner Moore, and at third, Edwin Jimenez today. Garcia 0-3 on the season and starts a 7.71 ERA. Now, he did spend some time up at AAA, just recently returning to the Fightin' Phils on the road when the team was in Harrisburg. And we will see him for the second time with one outing earlier against the Harrisburg Senators at home. New rules for the second half as we begin game 61 of the season out of 120. So this is the halfway point officially. We're breaking into the other side. And so a new rule will emerge out on the field defensively. No shifting whatsoever for the Fightin' Phils or the Portland Sea Dogs. This is all across the board in AA. 2 infielders to the left of second and 2 infielders to the right. We'll talk about this a little bit more a little bit later, but Grant Williams heading up to the plate. He's going to step in the lefty batter's box, and we're going to start things off here at FirstEnergy Stadium for game 1 of a 6-game set against the Portland Sea Dogs. Garcia, the righty, kicks and fires home here to Williams outside for a ball, and the first pitch coming in at 7:07 p.m. Garcia takes a deep breath on the third base side of the rubber. He comes home once again, and it's a called strike. Once again from Garcia, he'll get it on the outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So both Stott and Tatum have to remain on the left of second. Brito and Stokes have to remain on the right side. At this time, usually with a lefty batter, we would see Stokes in Brito's position. A pop-up from Williams, right to Brito at second, though, and he makes the catch for out number 1 here in today's Tuesday, a night ball game at FirstEnergy Stadium. It is Pedro Castellanos heading up now. A righty batter. And this series uses the designated hitter, so the pitchers will not bat throughout the entirety of this series, and we will get to see a designated hitter. So more players in the lineup as Garcia kicks and fires, 1 ball, 1 strike to Castellanos. 6'3", 244 up at the plate. Looks like a powerhouse in the righty batter's box. Garcia deals outside to Duran, and it's 2-1. The lights have come on here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Just a little bit cloudy over the sky. Don't think we're going to get any more rain today. Got a slight drizzle earlier in the day as Castellano chases 2-2. It's 81 degrees here at the ballpark, and it feels way warmer than that. I can imagine the humidity probably, I feel like, over 100%. And just a slight breeze going from right to left right now, but we'll look for that to pick up later. Another one high in the sky. Duran rips off his mask, but it's going to end up on the roof, if you could hear that bang. And that foul ball was sponsored by the Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud Protection Agency. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com today. Here's the 2-2 now downstairs, and we'll see our first full count. Fans coming out for the Stadium Cup giveaway today. One of a series of two. Today was a current stadium photo, along with our Fightin' the Spotted Lanternfly night, thanks to Anna Waltz and Clover Winery. Castellanos takes a ball and will head down to first on a walk. The Sea Dogs have a runner on and nobody out. Here's Tristan Cassis. Cassis, a lefty, and once again the Fightin's not able to shift on lefty batters. The penalty is a walk, and the runner, a ball, and the runners can advance a base, but they can choose to decline that if they like. So, truthfully, it's kind of up in the air for the coach's preference. I don't imagine that we'll see any of the Fightins do that unless, obviously instructed by manager Sean Williams not to, and probably just on the off chance that someone completely forgets, but I don't imagine they will. So it shouldn't be a problem for the Fightin side. And pretty much even across the board since all teams no longer allowed to do that against the lefty bats. Cassis sends this deep to center field, tracking back Gamboa, and it'll hit the radar gun as Cassis sends one over the fence. It is 2-0 Sea Dogs here in the top of the first. That is Cassis' 5th home run of the season here in AA. And that'll also allow Pedro Castellanos to cross, so it is 2-0 Sea Dogs now for Joey Meneses. Meneses batting .303 coming into today's game. A number of Sea Dogs have a batting average over 300. And the first offering a called strike. Meneses takes one low, and it evens 1-1. One out here in the top of the first. The Sea Dogs on top 2-0. And it's in the dirt. I don't know if anyone caught those thunderstorms last night. Pretty crazy here in Berks County. A line drive. Tatum dives for it, picks it up across the diamond. A great play by the third baseman for out number 2. And now with two-way, here's Hudson Potts. Potts, a pretty big prospect for the Red Sox. He actually once played with Fernando Tatis Jr. because he signed with the Padres and then was traded with Jason Rosario, another player on their roster. Fouls one up the left field line. Coming over is Steven, but he runs out of room. And they were both traded for Mitch Moreland back in 2020. This is going to line itself into center field. Hudson Potts with a base hit and 2 outs. The Sea Dogs have a runner on here in the top of the first. They lead 2-0. Here's Ronaldo Hernandez. Hernandez will be the designated hitter tonight, also a catcher on the Sea Dogs roster and on the Red Sox 40-man as well. Hernandez picked up in this year, so new to the Sox organization, just 23 years of age. And the pitch comes outside. He'll line one into left field, running over Steven. It's going to bounce off the wall. Coming to third is Potts. Here's the throw in, cut off by Stott. He's coming home. Here's the throw by Stott. Duran not able to pick it up, a little bit over his head, and Potts able to come home and score. It is 3-0 Sea Dogs as Hernandez reaches third. I imagine that'll be a double and moved over on the throw. I don't know how that's going to be scored, so I'll wait for the official scoring there. But right now the Sea Dogs up 3-0, and they've got 2 outs though. Hernandez on third. Brad Bergeson is going to take a quick visit to the mound. It is going to be a double and then an E6 on Stott for his throw there over the head of Rodolfo Duran. He jumped up for it but just couldn't catch it. And Bergie now coming out just to try to settle down Garcia. So he'll face off against Ryan Fitzgerald now, who takes a swinging strike. Strike called there to Fitzgerald, 0-2. Garcia trying to get out of the top of the first without any more damage. He's got 2 outs on the board, but the Sea Dogs 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 Fightin's error. And they've taken a 3-run lead here. He's got a runner on third, but 2 strikes to the batter, Fitzgerald. And I've heard he likes to send them deep to right, the pool wide open today. A great frame by Duran there, but I guess it's just a little low, doesn't get the call he's looking for. Here's the 1-2 from Garcia. Swing and a miss, and he'll get the job done. Fitzgerald down on strike, but some damage comes across the plate. The Sea Dogs up by 3 runs as we head into the Fightin's home half of the first.
The Reading Fightin Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. Well, the Fightins are down by 3 runs, but they have yet to bat in this contest, so they could put themselves right back up there against the Sea Dogs. Garcia let up a home run to Tristan Cassis, and Ronaldo Hernandez also had a run-scoring double. So we're going to go into the bottom of the first inning. Of course, it is Daniel Brito who will lead us off. Bryson Stott back in the order after the Futures game. Bonifacio is the designated hitter today, and Madison Stokes will continue in that number 4 spot. Brito batting a .300 here, the only Fightins batter above that .300 mark. And backing up Andrew Politi today. Sometimes goes by AJ. Out in left, Castellanos. Granberg in center. And Meneses in right. Potts over at third, Fitzgerald and Williams, the middle infielders. And Cassis over at first. Baldwin, the catcher behind the plate tonight. 1 ball, no strikes to Brito. Politi coming home, and it's upstairs again. He hits 93 on the gun. Now Politi, a number 26 prospect in the Red Sox organization, but has struggled a little bit in this series, or in the season in Double-A, I should say. Finally, he'll get a called strike to Brito on the inside corner from Biarretta behind the plate. Infielders straight up here, except Potts over at third playing in. Brito makes contact out to left field. Castellanos going back at the track, and it's over! Into the boardwalk on the Fightin' Phil's left field side. Daniel Brito crushes his 5th home run of the season, and as he rounds third, high fives the manager, Sean Williams. He puts the Fightins on the board 3-1 in the bottom of the first. A big pickup there for Reading. Daniel Brito leading us off with a solo shot to left field. And he always gets the job done for the Fightins in that leadoff bat. What a way to switch the momentum. As the Fightins trailing by 3, he comes in, jacks a homer, and puts them right back into this game. It's fun to see. Stott will foul one back into the net behind home plate. Stott 0-2 here. In the Futures game, he was the starting second baseman, which is pretty cool amongst all of those top prospects for him to be in the starting lineup. Made a couple of really good defensive plays, and he reached base twice as he takes a pitch a little bit low, 1-2. First on an error, he outran a infield error, and pretty impressive hustling down to first. And then later in the game, struck out, but on a wild pitch, he also reached first. And I know a lot of people, might not consider that a successful game as he fouls another one back. But I actually consider that equal success, as if he'd reached base on 2 hits. I mean, obviously, you'd like to record hits for the averages, for the numbers. But if you look at his on-base percent, I mean, he's reaching. And then he scored on a home run. And so if he hadn't beat out that throw, he wouldn't have helped the National League win as he fouls another one back. So I think that what he did there is probably really underrated. I think it's really impressive. Actually, he reached base twice, and if you're not, congratulating your player for reaching base and scoring a run any way he possibly can, then, I'm not really sure how else I could support our players as he fouls one back. And that's the thing about Stott, is that he will get the job done in any way he can, even if it's not, even if he is having a tough time at the plate. He's still going to do his job out there. You know, he might lay down a bunt up the third base line. He might hustle down the line. He's always making those solid defensive plays, so I really think you know, he has the right mindset there. No matter how he's doing, he's always staying with the game. And it's nice to see as he's battling through this at bat. Now with 7 pitches, it's 2-2. He's fouled 4 of them off. And Politi, 2-7 on the season, deals home. Stott gonna get it through the gap between first and second. Back-to-back hits by the Fightins. And Stott is on first now with nobody out for Jorge Bonifacio. Now, Bonifacio is going to be the DH today. 12 homers on the season. Joanna Arias from North Point Bank will present tonight's Fightin' Phil's Fan Zone team leaders. Bonifacio with the home runs 12, as I mentioned, RBIs 38. Brito leading pretty much in all the other offensive categories with that batting average. Hits 64, doubles 14, and triples 4. And then Gamboa with stolen bases. He's got 4 on the season as Bonifacio fouls one back. On the pitching side, Victor Santos leading in team ERA, 1.72. Wins is Austin Ross with 4. And it is Brian Marconi leaving in saves, number 3. He's actually 3rd in the league with saves, which is pretty impressive considering he only got called up, you know, a month into the season. Bonifacio has to duck down a ball over his head. It's 1-1. And those are tonight's Fan Zone team leaders presented by Joanna Arias at North Point Bank. Bryson Stott over at first, taking just a very short lead. Bonifacio at the plate. There are no outs here in the first as he takes a pitch downstairs. The Fightins trail by 2 runs now, but they are ready to pounce here on the Sea Dogs in the bottom of the first. Politi, the right-handed pitcher, takes a deep breath on the third base side of the rubber, kicks and fires, and it's just outside for a ball. Politi, a 7.09 ERA with the Sox here in Double-A. Pitched 45 2/3 innings, though, so you might see him putting up some innings, no matter the score. Averages over a strikeout an inning, though. Bonifacio sends one deep to left field, but there is Castellanos. A hard hit line drive, but right into the glove of the left fielder. And now there's one away for Madison Stokes. A big congratulations to Madison Stokes for his award from the Philadelphia Phillies. He was named Defender of the Month for the entire organization. So basically you're competing against, you know, 180 plus prospects all across from, you know, the FCL to AAA, and he won the title. Matt Vierling getting Hitter of the Month. Former Fightin' Phil. And Leverett, actually, Adam Leverett, a pitcher, was co-pitcher of the month, and he spent a game in Reading as well. But Stokes played 5 different defensive positions in the month of June, as he sends one sky high, but it's going to come into the stands, foul. And he made 0 errors at all 5 of those positions in the month of June. He did have one in July, but only 1 error in 54 games. Pretty impressive for Madison Stokes on the field, and he's seen incredible success at the plate as well. He kicks and fires home, and it's outside for a ball, 1-1. The All-Star game set to begin in just a minute at Coors Field. 7:30 start time. And Stokes fouls one up the right field line this time, 1-2. Politi, kind of a slower starter working here. We talked about this before, but it kind of seems like the younger guys move quicker and the older guys have had move a little bit slower, take their time with their rhythm of sorts. Stott's still out on first. There's one away. And the pitch to Stokes. He strikes out swinging, chases a 94-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs. They check on Stott over at first, but they're not able to get the strike him out, throw him out. So there's two away now for Josh Stephen, who actually took home the AA Northeast Player of the Week against all across AA Northeast. He batted .500 in the series against Harrisburg, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and played the games out and left. Very exciting. A lot of awards coming for the Fightin' Phils over these past few weeks. Of course, Daniel Brito taking the award home the week prior. Here's the offering by Politi. Steven chases, and he's down 0-2. Stott still on first. But the Fightins have scored 1 run on 2 hits now. They've made an error in the field. The Sea Dogs 3 runs on 3 hits, so they trail by 2, threatening here with a runner on first. Politi kicks and fires, and Stevens sends it sky high, ripping off his Max Baldwin, but it's going to end up in the stands. Someone trying to catch it with their hat. They're not able to, and it bounces. There's a chase for it. And there you go. You got a Josh Stephen foul ball. So Stephen is going to get to go again. No balls, 2 strikes. A chopper to the second baseman, Williams over to first, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the first. Although the Fightins score a run off Daniel Brito's home run, they trail by 2 heading into the second.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Now back for the Sea Dogs, the center fielder number 59, Devlin Randberg.
Well, here we go into the top of the second inning. The Fightins trail by 2 runs, though Daniel Brito scoring a home run for them. And we have a special guest on the radio. It's Lori Ann Walt, the owner of Ann Walt's Landscaping Contract. Thanks so much for coming on the air.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Emily.
Well, you guys are out here supporting your Fightin' the Spotted Lanternfly night as Grandberg sends one into right field. Tracking it back is Landon, and they make the throw in, so it's just a single there from Granberg to start us off. So how's the night been going?
It's been awesome. I am so thankful to everybody who's received us so well here. Grand night to be here for our team, Team Anawalt.
And they are, you guys actually sponsored the cup giveaway today, which I saw. It was really cool. Really well made, too.
Thank you. Thank you. Us and my family's business, Clover Hill Vineyards and Winery. So dual sponsorship there.
There you go. I hope all of our fans were able to pick up one on the way in tonight as Baldwin up at the plate takes a pitch from Garcia down low. So you guys, your landscaping company has been super busy over these past few months, I imagine, with the summertime and then a lot of people doing projects in the pandemic. I'm sure you guys have been really hectic.
Emily, that's to the least to say. We found out that with the pandemic, people weren't going anywhere. There was nowhere to go. So what'd they do? They put money into their backyard, and it was wonderful for us. It was great to bring people projects of hope, as I like to say, because it got them outside.
Yeah.
They couldn't go far, but they went
nice
outside.
way to put it.
No, it's true.
So so you do backyards. What are your main services that you provide?
Absolutely. So basically we do installations. We love doing extreme design build projects. Could be pool, outdoor kitchen, beautiful patio. We do maintenance services, Emily. That could be anything to keep your property beautified year round. And sorry, I had to see that. And in the winter months, we hang Christmas lights.
Okay, so you guys are pretty full service then.
We are 12 months a year. We do not shut down in the winter, and when the snow falls, we're even busier. So,
wow.
Yes.
That's incredible. And I know we have a lot of listeners on our air from Reading that are Spanish speaking, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of clients that are Spanish speaking too. So, ¿qué servicios tienes?
Bueno, los servicios que tenemos son el mantenimiento de la yarda que las personas aquí en el condado de Berks tienen. También los negocios aquí en Berks. Instalamos patios, cocinas que están afuera, hasta piscinas. Y colgamos luces navideñas en el invierno.
Well, pool sounds great right now if you could work on a backyard pool as Baldwin goes down swinging. So that's out number one here in the second. So you guys seem like you do, a lot of dealings within the Berks County community. You seem like, really good community-minded company as Williams heads up to the plate for the second time today. What is your team like over at Anawalt's Landscaping?
Our team is really unique. We have a bilingual team. Great culture that goes along with it. We're 40 employees strong here tonight. Half of the team is from Mexico and half from the United States of America.
That's awesome. So you can definitely cater to, the diverse group of people we have here in Reading. So, ¿cómo es tu equipo?
El equipo que tenemos la mitad de aquí, de los Estados Unidos, y también la mitad de México. Y trabajamos muy bien juntos. Es un placer conocer el equipo que tenemos.
Well, that's really great to hear. Really hardworking team over at Anawalt's. And Williams, lines one up into right field. Granberg reaching third as Landon fields it off the wall. And that's a double for Williams. So two runners in scoring position now with just an out for Garcia. And Castellanos heading up to the plate. So if someone is thinking about, getting some work done in their backyard or their landscaping, how do they go best about reaching you guys?
No, I would love it if they would give us a phone call at Anawalt's. We have a great team ready to accept their phone call, guide them through the project, ask them what they're looking for, what are the needs and the wants, and go from there. We have a team of designers, including my husband, Eddie Anawalt, who does designs. And it's a process to get just the right landscape in their backyard,
So you guys actually help create the designs as well, so people
are
uncertain.
We do, and in fact, that's where my husband thrives the most. He loves a challenge. If somebody puts a grand project in front of him, he is up to it.
That's awesome. So in case you're uncertain what you want, they can help you figure out what you might want in your backyard. And I hear you guys are actually celebrating a really monumental year, 33 years in business. Is that special?
Absolutely. My husband started it when he was, 10 years when pushing the lawnmower, but formerly 18 years old when he started the business. And, after a COVID year, anybody who can make it through that and celebrate a milestone, it's a wonderful feeling to be going 33 and strong.
That's really impressive for you guys. Big
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.
And it seems like I saw you down there talking earlier with Senator Judy Schwank before the game as Castellanos ropes a deep fly ball into left field. Tracking back is Steven. And a 3-run home run for Castellanos is going to make it 6-1 Sea Dogs over the Fightin' Phils here in the second. And just an out now for Reading in the top of the second. As Castellanos crosses the plate, it'll be Tristan Cassis heading up to bat next. So you guys have, a lot of different things going on with your company, especially in over 33 years. What's the biggest change you've noticed, stuff that either you've been doing or that you see kind of in the community as you've grown?
Definitely the biggest change within the last year is just the major uptick in extreme projects in the backyard. Again, I go back to COVID. People weren't going anywhere, so they wanted to see what they could do with their backyard. And honestly, to go back to basics, to have room for family, is a beautiful thing for us. So we're celebrating that part, and so glad that we can help walk people through what would make for an awesome family-like setting in the backyard.
What's the coolest project that you guys have worked on?
Coolest project has to be an extreme pool and kitchen project that we've done, and family just wanted a local spot for congregation to bring the kids home, to have the kids bring their friends to the backyard, and it's a joy to see that happen.
I can't imagine how awesome that must be this summer. We've had such good hot weather around here to be able to have that space to enjoy with your family and your friends. It must be incredible that you guys helped provide that.
Thank you. No, it is. It's really a pleasure to be able to do this, and I know Eddie's very pleased with how the business has grown, and you have to look on the positive side, right? Corona put a lot of people down. Why? Let's get out there and let's do what we can to enjoy.
Well, Cassis pops one up to the first baseman, Madison Stokes. So there's 2 away here now for Joey Meneses. But the Sea Dogs are on top of the Fightin' Phils 6-1 here. And Garcia deals, it's a strike called, 1-2. He's a strike away from getting out of the top of the second. And so you guys actually have a table down in the concourse, because I know we have a lot of fans that listen in the ballpark. So what are you guys doing at your table? As Meneses sends this a bullet out to left field, nobody even moves. As Steven looks up, I think it's still going. I didn't even see it land. Long gone. It's 7-1. Sea Dogs here. That's their 3rd home run of the night and 7th hit. And still out, 2 outs for Garcia and Potts. So what do you have out on the table?
Sure. No, it's kind of interesting sitting up here. You see those little pine trees right over there?
Yes. I love seeing them walking around.
We had some Scotch pines to give away tonight. We had some cool stress balls. We had Frisbees, carabiners. And we had a lovely display with services that we do at our table. And even some Animal Landscape contracting stickers that my daughter designed.
Oh, so, that's awesome. Yeah. A real family business you guys got going on.
We do. We're a family of entrepreneurs, and hopefully it'll carry on for generations to come.
That's
Table's
awesome.
A little bit empty, though. I got to warn you right now, if you walk down there, which we did our job.
That's good. You engaged the fans here at the ballpark.
Gave it away.
So I know you and Senator Schwank were talking about the spotted lanternfly earlier. What are your recommendations for those pesky insects?
Sure. If
it's going to be a fly ball to left field. Steven coming over Stott. They collide, and Stott makes the grab in the outfield, so that'll do it here. 7-1, though, as we head into the bottom of the second. But I still want to hear about how to get rid of or what to do about the spotted lanternflies.
So if you're a homeowner and have a small property with a handful of spotted lanternflies, I'd look for those egg masses like Senator Schwank recommends, and have your children scrape them off the trees. It's kind of fun to get them outside and go ahead and do that. if you are overwhelmed by a problem, that's when you're going to need outside help. We are licensed applicators. We have our pesticide licenses at Anawaltz, and we eradicate them with the appropriate chemicals at the appropriate time. So, you know, if you can go au naturel, please do it. If you need help beyond that, you got to do it. And you have to remember, Emily, part of my family is Clover Hill Vineyards and Winery. So they've got the grapes to worry about, and just scratching a few egg masses off the grapes will not eradicate the problem. So we need to be on top of it, knowing what we're doing, the chemicals that we apply at the right time.
Well, you can call Anawaltz Landscaping for all of your outside needs. They do pretty much everything, super full service, and a big family-run business. So feel free to call them, 610-916-7070. And Lori, it was great to have you on the air with me today.
Emily, thank you so much.
Thank
Un placer.
you.
Gracias.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB, which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents... Well, here we go into the bottom of the second, and the Fightins will have a bigger lead to try to cut into now as Logan Landon heads up to the dish. 2 home runs from the Sea Dogs in the top half have made it 7-1. And there is someone warming up in the bullpen now for Garcia. Daniel Brito's home run represents that one. So a lot of long balls today, the wind pushing from left to right. And the hitters taking advantage of that. Landon had a walk-off in the Fightins series last week. He'll send a fly ball to right, tracking over Meneses, and that's out number 1.
The catcher, number 19. Rodolfo Duran.
Here's Rodolfo Duran. Duran takes the called strike. The sun peeking through the clouds here at FirstEnergy Stadium now, white and puffy. A beautiful backdrop with the mountains behind FirstEnergy Stadium. And Duran takes the called strike on the outside, 0-2. Duran, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Politi kicks and fires home way upstairs. A nice pop-up by Baldwin. And he gets a hold of this one deep to left center field, and he hits himself on the video board. Rodolfo Duran with a solo shot makes it 7-2 here. He's putting on a show for the Fightin' Phils, his 4th home run of the season. And he'll cut into the lead of the Sea Dogs.
The third baseman, number 13, McCarthy Tatum.
And here's McCarthy Tatum now. 2 solo shots by the Fightins today. Pretty much all of these runs on either side, mainly coming from home runs, with the exception of an error and an extra base hit. Two balls, no strikes. The wind pushing a little bit harder now. Coming in from the outfield, varying a little bit. And Tatum takes a strike downstairs. And it's outside, so he's going to take his base at first. So the Fightins get a runner on with one out for Archimedes Gamboa. Gamboa was also one of the players to have a walk-off. He did it on Friday night in the bottom of the 9th inning. And he had a pretty good series against the Harrisburg Senators. Also notched a home run, a couple of extra base hits as well. And has looked really good with his arm out in center, too. Filled in for Bryson Stott at short as well. And he'll take a pitch just a little low. The line very strong for Biarretta at the knees behind the plate tonight. Inside. McCarthy, Tatum over at first, and now we're going to take a little bit of a mound visit. Coming in is Cassis and the catcher Baldwin to speak with Politi here. Williams as well. Now he goes back out to second. And we'll see if the second baseman had anything to say here. Politi turning around, pointing back at the center fielder. Gamboa at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The righty kicks and fires home, and he'll get one on the knees on the outside corner. This one's inside. And Gamboa, a ball away from walking down to first, and the Fightins would get back to the top of the order. They're down by 5 runs to the Sea Dogs here, and we're only in the bottom of the 2nd inning, but no lead is insurmountable for the Fightin' Phils. We've seen them put up a 7 spot in an inning before as Gamboa ropes this one into the bullpen. Kind of sounded like he chipped his bat a little. We'll see if he goes and gets another one, and he does, so splintered it, I bet. And I'll head back up to the plate again. Full count now. Tatum on first. There's only one away here for the Fightin' Phils in the bottom of the 2nd. A deep breath by Politi. The payoff pitch. Gamboa chases, tips it, and stays alive. And he'll walk down to first. Ball 4 coming in near his head. And so shifting to second is Tatum. They've got 2 on, and Daniel Brito up at the plate with just an out.
Daniel Brito. we go.
Brito takes a pitch on the inside. Politi struggling with his command here. That's something that scouts have said about him in the past, is that he has really good pitches. He's got great spin rates with his fastball. He's got a slider. He's got a cutter. He'll mix in a curve. He's got depth with a change that he's working on. So he's got these pitches. He's got, a big repertoire, but sometimes he really struggles with command, and that is due to his delivery. They think it's a little bit jerky of emotion. He kicks and fires and kind of throws his body. This one chopped up to first. They're going to go for two. Running it out is Brito. He's safe at first, and so they'll only get Gamboa at second in a fielder's choice. Runners on the corners now for the Fightin' Phils with two away, and Bryson Stott up at the plate.
Bryson Stott.
A called strike coming into Stott. He singled in his first at bat. And we'll see if he can carry that here with runners on the corners and two outs for the Fightins. They trail by 5 runs. And he's got a big gap because they're not allowed to shift on him anymore, the lefty that they probably would. Fitzgerald, the shortstop, very close to second base, and then Williams, the second baseman, deep and closer to first, so he's got a lot of room to work with. Stott sends one sky high, but it's going to end up on the roof. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Fightins, 2 runs on 3 hits. The Sea Dogs, 7 runs on 7 hits. And we're only in the bottom of the second inning right now. Politi, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stott. It's outside. He'll hold off, 2-2. Baldwin does that one leg kick out behind the plate. He's got his left leg all the way down in almost a split position, and he's sitting on his right foot. See if that helps him block any more balls behind the plate. Obviously, Tatum at third ready to go, and especially with 2 outs, both runners are. Stott again onto the roof. We've seen him foul off a lot of pitches from Politi, and he's staying alive, 2-2. Politi looks down, then he looks back up. Here's the 2-2. Stott strikes out swinging, and that'll do it in the bottom of the second. The Fightin' Strand, 2 runners on the base path, but they score 1 on a Rodolfo Duran solo shot. It is 7-2 as we head into the third. Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Now pitching out of the Alberta University Golden Goals bullpen. Marshall's pitcher number 25, Nick Lackney.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here in the top of the third. Julian Garcia will hand the ball over to Nick Lackney after throwing 2 innings of work, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs. Only 6 of them earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for 48 total pitches. Nick Lackney coming in for the third. He'll face the bottom half of the order with Hernandez, Fitzgerald, and Granberg. And he sends a first pitch ball into Hernandez, who had a double in the first inning. Lackney has been really successful in longer outings of relief after being promoted from Jersey Shore. He's actually called up once earlier in the season for kind of a spot relief and then returned full-time on June 24th. In his last outing, he went 3 innings of work, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. So he's 3 out of 5 appearances that are scoreless. So that is a whopping 60% scoreless as he gets Hernandez to chase, and he'll strike him out for the first batter that he faces. Pretty solid there for the youngster. And Fitzgerald now heading up to bat. Fitzgerald and Baldwin, the only 2 batters in the Sea Dogs order that have not reached or not have a hit. Fitzgerald takes the first pitch, strike from Lackney. The sun's starting to set here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Clouds covering the sun. It's a beautiful sky. I wonder if we'll get to see some cotton candy today. Lackney coming over, but it's outside. The lefty reliever for the Fightin' Phils, just 23 years of age, drafted in the 18th round back in 2019, so not a lot of professional experience as he sends one low to Duran. It is 2-1. Nice Tuesday night crowd here at the ballpark. Lackney getting the sign from Duran behind the plate. The infield back deep, 2-1. Goes for the bunt attempt, but it's foul, and it's 2-2. We probably won't see another bunt attempt there from Fitzgerald since a bunt foul would make it out. And he chops it foul the other way this time into the cattle herder over at first. Lackney on the first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires home, and another foul ball from Fitzgerald. Lackney, a product of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, spent 4 years there as Fitzgerald fouls one off his right foot. Walking a little gingerly now, trying to walk it off. And you know who else was a Golden Gopher? Our team videographer, Thomas Noss. And he actually worked with him in college, said he was a great guy there in Minnesota, and he's a great guy here with the Fightins as Fitzgerald sends this one into left field. It's going to bounce just to the right of the left field line. He's coming around second, but he'll be held up at second. A double from Fitzgerald, and that will mean that Baldwin is the only one in the starting 9 that does not have a hit as of yet. But first, here's Devin Granberg now with a runner on second and just one away. Granberg takes a first pitch ball from Lackney. Checking in with some of our affiliates around town. The All-Star game going on for the major leagues, so the Phillies not playing for a couple of days. Clearwater trailing to Dunedin by 3 runs there in the top of the 4th. And Jersey Shore is still tied at 0 with Brooklyn. They're in the top of the 5th. They start their games a little bit early there in Brooklyn as Lackney gets a foul ball from Granberg. It's 1-2. And the Iron Pigs are leading the Buffalo Bison 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 4th. That game taking place in Trenton, New Jersey. One ball, 2 strikes here from the lefty reliever. Runner on second here, 1 out. Brito trying to keep his eyes on Fitzgerald at second, doing that whole clapping thing, try to distract him, think that the ball is coming in his direction, and we'll see if he's able to pick off Fitzgerald. Instead, it'll come home. A diving Stokes comes up with it, and he's able to stop it from going into the outfield, but nobody able to get to first in time. And I imagine that'll be a base hit for Granberg as Fitzgerald heads over to third. Really nice diving play there by Madison Stokes. You can tell why he was Defender of the Month for the Phillies, but just nobody able to get there in time to cover the bag. And that's where having the shift on would have helped the Fightins get that out. Runners on the corners here went out in the top of the 3rd inning. Lackney trying to get out of this one without allowing any more damage. And he'll send a ball in downstairs. Lined up the right field line. Is it fair or foul? It's foul, says Biarretta up at the plate, but man, was that close. Those lines are spray painted on there in the outfield, so not as if you'd see any chalk fly up the third base line. And so we'll do it again. 1-1 count here to Baldwin. Baldwin out of the Dominican Republic, signed in 2013. And in 2019, he was back in the GCL. Now, just a year later of professional ball, he's in Double-A. But he's a little bit on the older side, 25 years old. And here's Lackney's offering this one up the third baseline. They should get 2, 5, 4, 3 as Stokes picks it in the dirt. A nice chopping slide by Granberg, but Stott able to keep control of the ball, and they get out of the inning clean. Here in the top of the third, the Fightin still trail by 5 going into the bottom half.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Jorge Bonifacio is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the third. And the Fightins trail by 5 runs as the designated hitter takes the first pitch strike. One ball, one strike here to Bonifacio. In his last at-bat, he lined out really sharply to left, and I think if it was just a couple feet higher, it might have sailed over the fence. The Fightins got out of the top of the third with a fantastic double play. We'll see if they can use that momentum here to bring themselves back into this ball game. Politi kicks and fires outside, and it's 2-2. Politi spent 2020 in the Red Sox Instructional League, and then he got the invite to the 2021 spring training, which is super impressive. Spend some time with some big leaguers, take some advice as Bonifacio strikes out swinging a fastball upstairs that reaches 95 on the gun.
Go!
Here's Madison Stokes now with one away. This one lined down the left field side. It's going to be fair. Rounding first, coming to second is Stokes. It's all the way in the corner. I think they rule it a dead ball as it might have gotten up into the stands. And Stokes has to stop at second. A double. That puts him in scoring position now with one away for Josh Stephen. That is his 11th double of the season. Stokes having a lot of success with some extra base hits recently. Politi, an East Coaster, grew up in Chester, New Jersey. New Jersey, a bordering state to Pennsylvania, so not too far away. 1 ball, no strikes here to Josh Stephen. And downstairs once again, Stephen 2 and up. Stokes over at second. Fitzgerald holding him on a little bit. And another ball from Politi outside. Right now, he is at 63 pitches, trying to get through 3. No one is warming up in the pen for the Sea Dogs. About a 7.5-hour bus ride from Maine. They did it yesterday instead of this morning. The Fightin' Phils do that on their longer road trips as well, just so you have more time to settle in. This one sent sky high by Stephen. It's going to etch into the outfield. Meneses coming in, Granberg, and it's going to be Granberg in right center who makes the catch. And that's out number 2. With a runner on second, here's Logan Landon. The Sea Dogs scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second. The Fightins 1 in the first, 1 in the second. So if nobody scores here in the third, that will be the first inning without any runs across the board. This game is crawling, I would have to say, as we've only completed 2.5 innings in over an hour. And hopefully, I know there's a jinx the other way. If you say the game is going too quick, then it slows down. Maybe if you say the game is going real slow, it'll start to speed up. Politi gets a swinging strike out of Landon, and he's down 0-2 in the count. Madison Stokes on second after doubling. There's 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the third. A lot of action happening here at FirstEnergy Stadium tonight. And he sends this one down the third baseline. This time it's foul, though. And so we'll have to try again. Getting super humid here at the ballpark. We had rain earlier in the day. I was hoping it would cool it off a little bit, but I honestly think it might have made it worse. Just supposed to be a really hot week here in Reading. Landon pokes it the other way, backtracking Meneses at the wall. He can't seem to find it, but he catches it as his knees running in, and that's out number 3. Stokes is stranded over at second, and the Fightins still trail by 5 as we head into the top of the 4th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient healthcare on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Into the 4th we go here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightin still trail by 5, and Lackney coming back out on the mound here. He's going to face the top of the order with Williams, Castellanos, and Cassis. We just saw the most interesting between innings contest out on the field. It is Fightin the Spotted Lanternfly tonight, I'm sure, as you are all aware. But they did, well, the pods, I guess, of the lanternfly are called eggs. And so they were trying to have kids remove eggs from the trees, as this one is grounded right into the glove of Lackney. He puts his glove up, makes the catch, tosses it to first, and there's one away. Maybe that's my cue to stop talking about the spotted lanternfly eggs. Very interesting. In between innings event, but seemed to be a hit with the crowd, as there's one away now for Pedro Castellanos. Lackney sends a called strike. This one grounded to Bryson Stott. He makes a fantastic play going down to one knee. And quickly, 2 straight ground outs from Lackney, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 4th. This could be our first quick inning, folks. Knocking on wood as Cassis steps up to bat. Cassis, the #1 prospect for the Red Sox, had an absolutely incredible international career. Won the 18U World Cup MVP honors. He was the Baseball and Softball Confederation Player of the Year back in 2017. He was the youngest player at the alt-site in 2020. Really, really advanced hitter, controls the strike zone, they say. And the most exciting part about Cassis is that while he's so young, he has already figured out how to put the ball in play all over the field. So he doesn't just pull it with his bat, he can poke it exactly where there's a gap in the field, and that's really done wonders for his on-base percentage. He'll foul one back, and it's 2-1. And they say really coachable, good at making adjustments as he sends another one onto the roof. It is 2-2. And players like that are going to have all the potential in the world if, while things, start to change, there's always new information coming out. And if you're able to adapt, especially to the way pitching has been so strong this year, as it's fouled into Rodolfo Duran, seems okay. Casas staying alive. And Duran seems like he's okay now. The umpire, Biarretta, checking with him. A ground ball to the first baseman, Stokes, fields it on one hop, steps on the bag, 3 up, 3 down. Go the Sea Dogs, and the Fightins will get another opportunity to bat, down by 5 going into the bottom of the 4th.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Rodolfo Duran is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Portland 7, Reading 2 here. But Nick Lackney and the Fightin shut down the Sea Dogs in the top of the 4th. They went down 1-2-3. And heading in to the bottom half, the first offering from Politi coming in, Duran fouling it back. Politi at 70 pitches here through 3 innings. Not sure how long they're going to leave him in, as there is someone warming in the bullpen. His longest outing, 6 innings, but that was back in May. Relatively recently, he went 5. So we'll see what they do, if they let him go through this entire inning or what. Duran takes a pitch on the inside, 1-1. Baseball under the lights here at FirstEnergy Stadium. A beautiful night here at America's Classic Ballpark. And Duran gets a hold of this one, not as much as he did in his last at-bat, and it will be caught by Granberg in center field. There's one away. McCarthy Tatum now heading up, had a walk in the 2nd. Politi sends one the other side, but it's too far outside this time. 2-0. Tatum will get this one through the gap between second and third. A well-hit ball smoked through the shortstop hole. And we have a base runner here, folks, with one away for Archimedes Gamboa. And the Fightins here trying to cut into the Sea Dogs' lead as they run it back. Could really see how sharply that ball was hit. And so the Fightins have an opportunity to make something here with Tatum on first and just one away. Gamboa swings and misses, and it's 0-1. The bullpen pitcher and catcher looking onward at the game. And I see manager Corey Wimberly up on the steps at the dugout. We'll see how long they leave him in. And Gamboa sends a bullet out to left center field, tracking over Gamberg, but it's going to drop and hit the fence, coming to third, and he'll stop is Tatum. A good call there by manager Sean Williams. The throw in quick. And Gamboa with a double. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Fightins. They have a chance to score here as Daniel Brito is heading up to the plate. Brito has reached twice, once on a home run and once on a fielder's choice, as whoever's throwing in the bullpen gets back to work. And Bryson Stott, of course, on deck. Fitzgerald closer to second, while the third baseman Potts near the bag over there. So Brito has some space if he can poke it the opposite way. Or, of course, he could send it out of the park like he did back in the first. A ball coming off the hands of Politi now. Wind pushing from right to left, pretty much straight across. The flag, though, blowing in the wind, so it is picking up a little bit throughout the night as the sun sets here in Reading. Politi sends one home right down the middle. Gamboa holding off a called strike. Chases a pitch down low. A change from Politi. Messes with his head. It's 1-2. Gamboa on second. Tatum on third here. And a called strike 3 to Brito. A little frustrated as he says something to Biarretta at the plate and slowly walking back, turning his head, still chatting as he heads back into the dugout. And that strikeout out number 2 here for Bryson Stott with 2 on. And the wind picking up. The flag now stiff out in center field. And Stott 1 for 2 today. See what he's able to do with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Bats .222 in that instance. He'll chase the first offering 0-1. As we get into the middle of this game, the Fightins are looking to start chipping away at the Sea Dogs' 5-run lead. They have had, numerous hits today, just haven't been able to get the runs across they need and haven't seen what they need on the pitching side. Stokes right into the glove of the second baseman Williams, over to first, and that will end the inning as the Fightins strand 2 base runners. They still trail by 5 going into the 5th.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. the industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
To the July 31st game. That's tonight's Character Mechanical Vegetable Race. Remember, vegetables are good. Indiana's got an accurate fly mark. Eat more vegetables. Character Mechanical and Hot Quality Service and affordable price.
Here we go into the fifth. We had a very eventful first two innings, and we've quieted down a little bit here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Lackney coming out for his third inning of work, haven't allowed any runs to cross, and had a 1-2-3 in the fourth. He'll face Meneses, Potts, and Hernandez. Tries to work another clean inning, but he'll start things off with a ball to Meneses. Two balls, no strikes. Meneses had a home run. Back in the second, and now he'll take a strike here from Lackney. The All-Star game scoreless. They are in the top of the second, although some action brewing for the American League right now. Max Scherzer and Ohtani both pitching clean innings, but it's Corbin Burns on the mound now for the National League. Lackney kicks and fires the 2-2. Meneses stays alive, just getting a small piece of it. Devers on second, Aaron Judge on third, and nobody out. And it'll be Marcus Semien at the plate. Checking in around the league, Clearwater still trails Dunedin. Lehigh Valley still on top of Buffalo after 6 as Meneses stays alive, fouling one up the third baseline. And Jersey Shore and Brooklyn are still tied after 6. Lackney kicks and fires and fouled the other way this time. And he does it again into the stands, sharply hits a seat, and fans chase it. Someone's got a dog down there, and they pick up the foul ball. Lots of kids in the crowd on this summer night. Our Baseball Town Charities Dream League in attendance here at FirstEnergy Stadium. If you don't know about our Baseball Town Charities Dream League, go to baseballtown.org. A slow roller off the bat of Meneses. Lackney picks it up in front of the mound and throws it over to first. That's one away. Here's Hudson Potts. They play over at our Savage 61 Dream League field. There's 2 seasons, a spring league and a fall league. And the leagues help more kids play baseball and softball. And this is a league with kids of all abilities can come out and play some baseball, learn the skills of the game, and just be involved. Anyone with any mental or physical disabilities can come out and play, and they have a unique field built to accommodate any kind of challenges that a kid might have, and it's really successful, really incredible to see. Anyone could go out and join the Dream League, anyone of any capability, and you'll be assisted by a Dream League volunteer who will help you out. And all of those kids in attendance tonight enjoying this ball game got to play wiffle ball on the field pregame as Potts swings and misses 2-1. Potts known for chasing at pitches off the plate, although he'll hold off on this one, 3-1. He actually started his career at shortstop, but now he is at third base because A, he played with Tatis as he chases a fastball outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes, it's full count, and B, he lacked the quickness and the range for shortstop, so they shifted him over to third, and he's been getting the job done over there, the number 24 prospect. He was the first 18-year-old to hit 20 home runs in low A back in 2019. A called strike will get out Potts, and they'll throw it around the horn for out number 2 here in the 5th. Potts taking his time, heading back to the dugout. And here's the designated hitter now, Ronaldo Hernandez. Hernandez also a top prospect for the Red Sox. This Sea Dogs roster is absolutely loaded. He's number 11 on their prospect list. Also, I mentioned earlier, part of that 40-man. And he'll take a ball from Lackney. Started out his career as a catcher with the Rays. And traded with Nick Sogard to the Sox. But today we'll see him as a designated hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike here, 2 outs for Lackney in the top of the 5th. Kicks and fires. This one roped up the third baseline, but it's foul. We'll go again. One ball, 2 strikes from Lackney. This one lined out to left field. Steven on the run makes the catch, and another 3 up, 3 down inning for Nick Lackney to shut down the Sea Dogs and put the Fightins right up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. They still trail by 5.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
It's time for the Junior PA announcers brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Please welcome tonight's first Kia Junior PA announcer, Josh.
Jorge Bonifacio is going to lead us off here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Fightins trail by 5 runs, and Bonifacio 0 for 2 tonight. Lackney shutting down the Sea Dogs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They haven't plated a run since the 2nd, and he's gotten 1, 2, 3 earlier. A slow roller off the bag who's covering as Politi fields it on the run, and he's able to get it over to first as Bonifacio retired. He dropped it, he picked it up, he dropped it, and then he sent it back over to first. Madison Stokes now stepping up. Stokes takes a ball downstairs. Tyler Carr warming up for the Fightins. We haven't seen Lackney go more than 3, although he's been very successful. I imagine his day is done, reached about 49 pitches. So we'll see if Carr comes in the next inning. I believe he will. Politi misses outside, 2-0. He's at 86 pitches. Matthew Kent still warming up. I wonder how much longer they will give him. We'll have to see. I'll keep you updated, of course. Politi kicks and fires. Stoke chases. He's still pretty high on the radar gun, hitting 93 now. Highest I've seen 95. Upstairs, this time Stokes holds off, and it's 3-1. Sea Dogs 7 runs on 9 hits. Fightins 2 runs on 6 hits. And here's the 3-1 now from Politi. Stokes chases outside, sent to his knees, and it's a full count here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The payoff pitch, Stokes sends it high in the sky into center field. It's upstairs. Granberg tracking over. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And we'll see if Wimberly is going to allow Politi to go after Steven here. It's been pretty effective still. Only 2 runs in 4 2/3 innings. It's high pitched count right now. But Steven 0 for 2. Politi kicks and fires home. He sends a ground ball right up to the second baseman, and on 1 pitch, he's got the out. A 1-2-3 inning for Politi, and it's still 7-2 as we head into the top of the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Here we go into the top of the 6th inning right now. And we are still at a 7-2 ball game in favor of Portland. Fightins have made a pitching change, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as Lackney hands the ball over to Tyler Carr, and he gets Fitzgerald to swing and miss on his first offering. 0-1 the count. Lackney, another successful long outing for the reliever. 3 innings of work, just 2 hits, nothing across, and he struck out 2 on 49 pitches. But what's even more impressive is how much he quieted the bats. He came into this game already in a 7 runs, a 5-run deficit as this pitch is lined into left field. Steven chasing it all the way to the wall. At least a double for Fitzgerald as he's going to stop at second. And there's a base runner on second now for Carr and nobody out. And it's really, really impressive how well Lackney shut down these base runners and these Portland bats for 3 whole innings. And now he'll hand over the ball to Tyler Carr. Pitch outside. Good block there by Duran as he gets it outside, and it's 1-0. Carr's last outing, 1 inning of work, clean across the board, also a strikeout. And that was against the Harrisburg Senators just 3 days ago. And he sends a called strike into Granberg. Recorded a bunch of holds this season, which basically means that he's kept the Fightins in the lead when he comes out, and Duran bobbles the ball, so coming over to third is Fitzgerald. We'll see how they record that. And so now a runner on third with nobody outs, as Granberg at the plate with the 2-1 count. Infield in, the Fightins trying to preserve the score as it is. A base bobbled by Stokes. Not really. He dived for it, and then it got past his glove. They were in. and he had to dive. They're going to call it a single as Granberg moves to first, and he'll push in Ryan Fitzgerald, recording the RBI. It is 8-2 Sea Dogs, with nobody out here in the top of the sixth. This one sent into center field. It'll drop in front of Gamboa. Another base hit for the Sea Dogs. And with that hit by Baldwin, everybody in their starting 9 has gotten on base successfully at least once, with everybody with a hit and some people with multi-hits games, including Granberg, who's recorded 3 so far, and a couple of guys reaching on walks as well. Swing and a miss there by Williams as we're back to the top of the order. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th, and 3 consecutive hits from the Portland Sea Dogs. The Fightins have moved themselves into 3rd place in the AA Northeast as Williams pops it up. Duran ripping his mask off. He makes the catch right in front of the steps for the Sea Dogs. And finally, there is out number 1. A great catch by the catcher and a huge hustle to throw himself almost into the dugout, but they help him not fall down the steps. And so 1 away here for Pedro Castellanos. Duran coming out, he's giving the signs to his team. Still runners on 1st and 2nd here for Castellanos, who's had a home run back in the 2nd. A bullet into the 67 club. And man, was that exit velocity probably high. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Castellanos. Carr looking over. Now he'll come home. It's in the dirt. Duran blocks it. Baseball under the lights as the sun has completely set here in Reading. Castellanos taking his time getting back into the batter's box. And here's the offering by Carr. It's in the dirt. Duran blocks it. And although Granberg, taking a big lead off second, chooses to go back to the base. Chopper to third, coming in, Tatum, they're gonna go for 2, 5, 4, the throw by Brito is just slightly in the dirt. Stokes not able to pick for it. They'll get 1 as shifting over to third is Granberg. And now there's runners on the corners with 2 away though. Good throw there by Tatum, but the slide from Baldwin I think broke up Daniel Brito, trying to throw successfully over to first. And here's Tristan Cassis now with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Standing tall, Carr. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 as the pitch comes in low. Cassis sends this one foul, and it's 2-1. Tore a ligament in his right thumb a couple years ago and spent some time recovering, and actually came back so much stronger after that. They thought it would really set him back, but instead now ranked the #1 prospect for the Red Sox as the pitch comes in a little bit upstairs, 3-1. Castellanos looks like he's ready to go at third, but Bryson Stott covering the bag at second if need be. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. The Sea Dogs lead by 6, and Carr looking for the 3rd out as he gets a swinging strike from Cassis. And it's a full count here with 2 away and runners on the corners. Going Castellanos, this one sent high in the sky. Steven coming from left, but he's going to run out of room as it ends up in the left field general admission grandstand. And so we'll have to do it all again with Cassis. Castellanos going quickly over at first. And the pitch comes in low, so we'll walk him. And the bases are loaded here for Tyler Carr now with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. And coming in Brad Bergeson as well as Daniel Brito. Nope. Who is that? Guess that's Brito. And Joey Meneses will be up at the plate.
The right fielder, number 32, Joey Meneses.
Joey Meneses now stepping up with 2 away. Tomorrow night, a 7:05 game against the Portland Sea Dogs, and you'll be able to collect the 2nd cup in the series. The first one given out today, a current stadium photo as Meneses takes a called strike at the knees, with the spotted lanternfly on the back. Tomorrow night, the 2nd cup honoring America's Classic Ballpark's 70th anniversary will be a throwback to the stadium in the 1950s, a black and white shot. And as we celebrate Italian Heritage Night here at the ballpark, thanks to Victor Emmanuel II, be an Italian flag on the back. 0-2 as Meneses swings through a pitch. And with the bases loaded and 2 away, this is a big moment for Tyler Carr and the Fightins here as they trail by 6 runs in the top of the 6th. Iced up the left field line, but it's foul, and so Meneses will have to do it again. Oh, and 2. Chopper to Bryson Stott over at second. He's going to make the easy out at second base, and that'll do it here in the top of the 6th, although 1 run scored off of Tyler Carr. And as we head into the bottom half of the 6th, the Fightins trail by 6.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
And it's now time to announce tonight's Anna Waltz Landscape Contracting $1,000 gift certificate winner. Tonight's winner is Harry Braun Jr. Harry Braun Jr., you have won the Anna Waltz Landscape Contracting $1,000 gift certificate. You can claim your prize at the Anna Waltz table in the plaza.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen to start us off here in the bottom of the 6th as Andrew Politi hands the ball over to Matthew Kent. Politi's final line, 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Both solo shots, one from Daniel Brito and one from Rodolfo Duran, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, 93 pitches total from the starter. And we'll turn it over to Matthew Kent, who's going to face off against Logan Landon, and he sends in a first pitch ball. Landon grounds one over to third. It's bobbled by Potts, and it trickles into the outfield. And Logan Landon will start us off as a runner on first with an error to the third baseman Potts, and he got on any way he could now. And here will be Rodolfo Duran, 1 for 2 with that solo shot. Matthew Kent, this is his 3rd year in AA. He spent 2018 and 2019 in Portland, so very familiar with pitching here at America's Classic Ballpark. And he has not walked a batter since June 6th, so that is over a month. He's not walked a batter, but has sent a first pitch ball into Duran. Kent, 28 years old, out of Hewitt, Texas, was drafted in the 13th round back in 2015. He has spent some time up at AAA, but not super long. And in 2019, he was a Gold Glove Award as the pitcher, as Duran takes one way inside. It is 2-1. No errors as the pitcher, which can be tough to do as you're charging off of the mound. Way more successful against lefties over righty. And Duran will send one out to left field. Coming over, Castellanos. Is it fair? It's foul. It's fair. And it's up the third base line. Coming into third is Landon. And suddenly the Fightins have something brewing now. A 2-hit day for Rodolfo Duran. Both extra bases and 2 runners here in scoring position with nobody out for McCarthy Tatum. Now, we have seen this before where the Fightins have had runners on today and they have not been able to get them home. And so we will see if they can get that done here as we're midway through this ball game. and the Fightins trail by 6. They weren't able to get too much after Politi. We'll see if they can cut into the reliever, Kent. And Tatum takes a first pitch downstairs. He's been on base twice today, once with a walk and once with a single. Tatum sends one into deep right center field. On the run over and making the catch is Grandberg, but tagging up and scoring is Logan Landon. And the Fightins will add a run to the board. It is 8-3 now in the bottom of the 6th with one away. So that is a sacrifice fly for McCarthy Tatum. And Duran will stay at second. And here's Archimedes Gamboa. Gamboa also reaching base twice today, once with a walk and once with a double, and they try to get him out on second, but Duran able to slide back in quickly, although that was close. And Gamboa is going to bat from the right side now, which we don't often see him do, but facing the lefty, he's got a better shot. Lefty's about 176 to Kent, and righty's 289, and he's got the wind in his favor as well as he takes a called strike at the knees. Still pushing right to left, and we've already seen 5 home runs today in total, 2 from the Fightins, so this is a big opportunity with Duran on second, and just one away for Gamboa. Looking back as Kent now will come home. Gamboa chases, and he's down 0-2. Crowd is getting excited here. The Fightins, a big moment. Kent kicks and fires the 0-2, and it's a called strike 3 to Gamboa as he's sat down by Biarretta behind the plate, and suddenly 2 outs now as we go back to the top of the order with Daniel Brito. And still Rodolfo Duran over on second. Brito will take a first pitch strike from Kent. Started off this inning a little bit rocky, but he seems to be on track now for the Sea Dogs. And Brito's going to chase one foul, so he's down 0-2 here with Kent. Duran still on second. The Portland Sea Dogs, 8 runs on 12 hits. The Fightin' Phils, 3 runs on 7 hits. And they're trying to tack on some more. Both teams have made an error in the field. Kent looking back at Duran on second with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. He'll send the ball home to Brito, who's going to go down swinging, and that'll wrap up the 6th inning. The Fightins put 1 on the board thanks to a sacrifice fly from Tatum. They trail by 5 heading into the 7th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Alright everyone, they say higher. Let's take a look at the video board and see what our answer is.
Hi, I'm Josh Hendrickson. How many of us collect autographs from other athletes? 15%.
Alright, let's stop summarizing. Here's the big winner, buddy. Here's those tickets to the Mega Blast. Congratulations, the guys are on a roll. I think that's at least 3 or 4 in a row. That's the PSCCU high-low game. Way to go, Isaac.
Now batting for the Sea Dogs, the third baseman, number 5, Hudson Potts.
Hudson Potts coming in here as we go into the top of the 7th inning. The Fightins are down by 5 runs, although they scored 1 in the bottom of the 6th. And Tyler Carr coming out for another inning of work. And he gets Potts to foul off the first pitch. Potts made a costly error for the Sea Dogs back in the bottom half that led to the Fightin score a run. Here, he'll ground a ball to Stott, who backhand it and sends it to Stokes up the line. He'll put the tag on the runner, and that's out number 1.
Designated hitter number 28, Ronaldo Hernandez.
Here's Ronaldo Hernandez, who had a double in the first, and then 0 for 2 since then. A ball outside. Infield back deep here to Hernandez. Carr getting the sign from Duran behind the plate. He'll kick and fire home. This one bouncing to Stott on the run. He makes the throw over, and 2 up, 2 down for Carr here in the top of the 7th, both thanks to Bryson Stott. Checking in the All-Star game, the AL leads the NL 2-0 thanks to a homer from Vlad Guerrero Jr. That game's in the top of the 4th over at Coors Field, the Rockies' home park. Ryan Fitzgerald chases the first pitch he sees, 0-1. The Iron Pigs now trail the Bison 2-1. They're in the middle of the 8th. And still scoreless over at Jersey Shore. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Phillies do not play again until Friday, I believe. Outside coming into Fitzgerald now, it is 2-1. Three balls, 1 strike here from Tyler Carr. Would love to give the Fightins a 1-2-3 half inning of work and get his team back up to bat, but he's going to walk Fitzgerald, who is now seen first base 3 times today. And he'll head up and try to get out the hard to stop Devlin Granberg now, who's having a 3-hit day, all singles. And he'll head out to first. Manager Corey Wimberly for the Sea Dogs, his 11-year-old son, and the rest of his kids out on the trip with him. A pop-up into right center field. Daniel Brito tracking back. He makes the catch over his shoulder on the run into the outfield, and that'll do it for the Sea Dogs as we head up back into the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a break for the 7th inning stretch here. You do the same at home.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza Stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile Stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Matthew Kent will come out for another inning of work. He allowed 1 run in the 6th, although it was unearned. And he will face off against Stott, Bonifacio, and Stokes here in the bottom of the 7th. A great 7-inning stretch here at the ballpark as we sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." The crowd really getting into it. And Austin Ross warming in the pen for the Fightins, usually Carr going about 2. Shut down the Sea Dogs in the top half, and we'll see if the Fightins can get themselves any closer into this ball game as we start to get into the back half. And Stott is going to get another base hit, sending it up the third base line. Potts doesn't even get a jump on it as he comes into second, and it's sent over the head of the second baseman. He dives in safely, and Bryson Stott with a 2-hit day now as he gets himself into scoring position to start things off. And here's Jorge Bonifacio hitless today, but now's a great time to cash in as Stott's on second, and there's nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Kent working quickly now to Bonifacio, sends in a ball. Bonifacio in the righty batter's box. He's got the wind going for him right to left here. The crowd is silent, waiting for a big moment. Runner on second in the form of Stott. And here's the offering. He pokes it the opposite way, foul, and it's 1-1, but it'll land on the netting in the plaza, so a fan not able to get to it. One ball, one strike here. Kent looking at Stott. Now he'll come home with it. Bonifacio chops it foul. Man, he put all of his swing into that pitch. And maybe fouled it off his left foot as he's adjusting his shin guard now. Cheers of the crowd now as they recognize the importance of this moment. A runner on second, Bryson Stott. And Jorge Bonifacio at the plate, a team-high 12 home runs that he's always been very successful at FirstEnergy Stadium. Looking back at second, here's the offering. He ropes it up the third baseline right into the bullpen as they scatter the Sea Dogs. I think it actually might have bounced off one of them. And Bonifacio stays alive with a 1-2 count. Kent looks back at Stott. Here's the 1-2. Poked again, foul, this time the other way. And it's going to land on the net in the plaza again. Infield back deep. The outfield is as well. Here to Jorge Bonifacio. He is due for a hit in this moment. 1 ball, 2 strikes again. It's inside. And will stay alive, 2-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Fightins trail by 5 runs here at FirstEnergy Stadium, but they are certainly not out of it yet with 2.5 innings of baseball yet to play. And Bonifacio calling time as Kent taking his sweet time, ready to pitch. And here's the offering outside, and Bonifacio has worked his way back. It is a full count here, and of course Madison Stokes on deck. He's not one I'd want to face either. Three balls, 2 strikes here. There's a runner on second for Reading. And nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kent getting the sign from Baldwin behind the plate. Now he'll set up, glove at his head. Looking back, now will come home the payoff pitch. And it's just foul as it crosses third base just to the left. And that would have been perfect if it was a couple inches over to the right. So we'll have to do it again. And someone's now warming up in the Portland Sea Dogs bullpen as Kent working slowly now. And once again, here's the payoff pitch to Bonifacio. Swing and a miss, tie him up on the inside. And after all that, Bonifacio goes down swinging. And there's one away now for Madison Stokes. And that was a 9-pitch at-bat to Bonifacio. Stokes has had a double earlier in the 3rd. And we'll see if he can bring home Bryson Stott here in the bottom of the 7th. Kent looks back at Stott. Here comes his first offering to Stokes. He sends it up the right field side, bounces in front of Meneses. Coming to third is Stott. He'll have to stop the throw in by Meneses quick. And a base hit for Madison Stokes. He has a multi-hit day. And runners on the corner now for Josh Stephen with one away. He's 0 for 3, so due for a hit as well. And we'll see how he battles against Matt Kent. Lefty on lefty here as Steven takes a called strike on the inside. Last series, Steven batted .500, added 2 home runs and 3 doubles to his line. 5 RBIs as well. And the pitch framed by Baldwin, but he doesn't get the call by Biarretta. And it's 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Portland 8 runs on 12 hits. The Fightins 3 runs on 9 hits. Both teams made an error in the field. The lefty has good sights on Stokes over at first. And he's going to check on him, really just a couple steps off, though. And he's got no vision on Bryson Stott over at third, though obviously Stott trying to score here. But just one away. He's got plus base running speed, though. So can imagine he'll come home on anything if it's possible. Here's the offering. Steven Chase is in the dirt. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Following Steven is Landon. And then if we get to him, Rodolfo Duran, both of those players have scored a run in today's contest. And the pitch outside, a good hold there by Steven. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Steven really excited to be a part of this team that's playing so well. Just a great camaraderie in the clubhouse. And he fouls it off his own side, and so he'll stay alive. Seems like he's okay right now. And Fightins fans getting loud here. Another opportunity with runners on the corner and just 1 away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Steven might have sent one into left field. Coming in on the run is Castellanos. Stott not able to tag and come home. And that's just a liner to left as Stott stays put on second. So does Stokes on first. And now with 2 away, here's Logan Landon. Landon reached on an error by Potts over at third back in the 6th and scored a run off of Tatum's sacrifice fly. So now we'll see him again. He also has 2 fly balls out to right field, but coming in, manager Corey Wimberly. And so it looks like we will have a pitching change here for the last out in the bottom of the 7th, as we'll take a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the Sea Dogs in just a moment.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your Flex Bank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit ourphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the Flex Bank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a FirstEnergy Stadium game.
Well, a pitching change here at FirstEnergy Stadium as Alex Scherf comes into the game to try to get the final out in the bottom of the 7th, but it'll be Logan Landon who tries to avoid that now with runners on the corners for the Fightins. And 2 balls now from Scherf. Here's the offering from the righty. Landon chases, and it's 2-1. It's Bryson Stott over at third and Madison Stokes over at first. The Fightins trail by 5 runs here as we get into the back half of this ball game. Landon holds off on a pitch downstairs, and he is 1 ball away from loading the bases here for the Fightins. Rodolfo Duran is on deck should that happen. Fightins in their throwback Tuesday royal blue uniforms with the white cap sleeves. Landon sends a fly ball out to right. Meneses takes a couple steps and makes the catch. The Fightins leave 2 runners on yet again here in the bottom of the 7th. And as we head into the top of the 8th, they still trail by 5.
The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Wednesday, July 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $19.30 per hour, including premiums. Potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Wednesday, July 14th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Thank you again for all your support in fighting against the spotted lantern fly, killing each and every one of them to make our community a better place. Thank you.
Now coming into the game from the Alberta University Golden Wolves bullpen, our Phil's pitcher number 16, Austin Ross.
Top of the 8th inning we go. It'll be Austin Ross who comes out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Tyler Carr's day is done. 2 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks on 36 pitches. So we've seen solid relief out of both Lackney and Carr today. And coming in, Austin Ross, he'll deal to Roldani Baldwin to start things off, and a high fastball induces a swinging strike. Baldwin 1 for 3 today, also grounded into a double play. The infield back deep to him. And Ross kicks and fires again, way outside. It'll even at 1-1. Ross typically is used for a mix of short and longer outings of relief. And he's got a 50% scoreless outings rate, which is very successful. A line drive that is smoked off the bat of Baldwin is foul, and it's 1-2. In his last outing, 1 inning of work, 1 hit, no runs across. And that was against the Harrisburg Senators in extras, where he was able to record a win. 5 on the season, the highest of any Fightin Phil's pitchers, and he sends a 1-2. This one lined right into the glove of Tatum. He's going to throw it over to first, though, and that's out number 1. And man, did he have the perfect spot on that. As there's one away and back to the top of the order.
Second baseman number 51, Grant Williams.
Here's Grant Williams now. Williams 1 for 4 with a double. Ross is really good with inherited runners as well. Now, obviously, comes in a clean inning here in the top of the 8th, but is very good in high leverage situations as well. And he sends in a ball to Williams. Two balls, no strikes here from Williams. Ross kicks and fires home. This one fouled up onto the roof as it rolls away. Ross hovering about 91 here so far in his relief appearance. This is the Fightin's 4th pitcher of the day. And he'll get a called strike, so Williams was ahead, but Ross battling back into this. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he misses inside, so it'll be a full count now. 1 away in the top of the 8th. The righty sets up on the first base side of the rubber, comes home. This will be playable for Tatum. It'll be foul. He comes over just to the left of third base and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for Ross. And now he'll have to face off against Castellanos for a 1-2-3 inning. Coming over towards second is Brito. Obviously can't cross that line today. And Castellanos ices one up the right field side, but it'll bounce in the red grandstand seats back onto the field. And a bullpen guy is going to pick that up. And as I was saying earlier, Corey Wimberly's family in Reading with him this week. Some of his kids out on the field taking some infield, outfield with the team. Castellanos sends this one into left field. It's going to trickle to the wall. And he's going to have a double with 2 outs here as the Sea Dogs put a runner on now for Tristan Cassis. And his son playing bat boy today as he runs out and grabs the bats of these Sea Dogs, brings them back into the dugout. The Fightin Phils have their own bat boy too, so he'll take care of all the baseballs tonight. But nice to see Wimberly's kid having a chance to get to sit in the dugout with all the players and spend some time out on a professional baseball field under the lights. It's Cassis who takes the first pitch ball with a runner on second. And 2 outs. Ross trying to get out of this inning cleanly and send his team back up to bat. Cassis on Team USA. So he will be reporting to the Olympics soon. Very exciting for him, an Olympian. They've got a couple of other Olympians too. They sent out Danielle Reyes too. They've got some from Mexico, I want to say, and someone else as well, 3 of them. Luke Williams was set to be on that team, but chose to get called up by, or accept the call up by the Phillies, I'm not actually sure if he had a choice or not about that. But since he debuted in the major leagues, he'll have to do that instead of going to the Olympics, although he's been very successful for the Phillies, so I'm sure he's not really all that bummed about it. And fouling it back is Cassis. Ross trying to get through this successfully. Ross coming home, and Cassis fouls it back again. So Ross has worked his way back into this at-bat, and it is a full count here to Cassis as he tries to get out of this half inning. Here's the pitch, sent into center field, hustling over Gamboa on the run, and he makes the grab in center field. And so on second, will Castellanos say as we go into the bottom of the 8th, the Fightin still trail by 5.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Bottom of the 8th we go. Although Ross let up a hit, he shut down the Sea Dogs, and so the Fightins are back-to-back quickly. They'll go with their 7, 8, and 9 guys. It'll be Duran, Tatum, and Gamboa, though all 3 of them have recorded a hit today. We've really seen everybody up and down the lineup successful tonight. And only 2 of the Fightin' Phil's batters have not recorded or reached first base as of yet, I should say. It's Bonifacio and Steven, although we should see them possibly in the bottom of the 9th. But Rodolfo Duran here to start us off, a 2-hit day, both extra bases, a home run in the 2nd and a double in the 6th. And so he'll face off against Chef as he receives a ball to start things off. Duran, sky high, coming in from left field. Castellanos and a can of corn. He makes the catch for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, McCarthy Tatum.
Here's McCarthy Tatum now. Portland does have someone warming up. I imagine we'll see them in the bottom of the 9th. And Reading, I believe, will go with Ross for the top of the 9th. No one warming up over there. But first, McCarthy Tatum now with 1 away. And he takes a pitch downstairs, 1-1. The sky is very dark today. I don't know what the moon is like today, but it's really dark. but nevertheless lit up by the stadium lights here at FirstEnergy Stadium. We'd like to thank the Reading City Council for voting unanimously to help the Fightin Phils authorize some funding for our stadium renovation products. The county meeting coming up soon, so we hope to get their support as well as Tatum goes down swinging. There's 2 away now for Gamboa, but we really appreciate the support of the Reading City Council. They really listened to us the entire time they came out. They checked out the park, and I was listening in on their meeting the other night, and it was just really nice to hear, you know, the support of them, and especially coming off of the 9,165 attendance night on Sunday, just to have the support of not only the fans but also of the local government. The attendance on Sunday was the highest minor league baseball attendance in the country, so that includes all of AAA's, all of those big market teams, as Gamboa is going to get a base hit deep to short as Fitzgerald bobbles it trying to make the play, but that'll be a single for Gamboa now. A runner on with 2 outs. So the highest in minor league in the country, no one else was over 9,000, and the Fightins were, and actually they were only 300 spectators away from reaching the Marlins. The Miami Marlins, a major league team who was playing the Atlanta Braves, had an attendance of 9,400, so really successful, and we thank all of our fans for their support. And the Fightins playing 5 more home games this week, Wednesday through Sunday, as Brito fouls one back against the Red Sox affiliate. So pretty big rivalry between 2 teams. And you'll have a chance to see some professional baseball for the rest of the week. The offering coming into Brito, a called strike. He's down 0-2. Gamboa out on first, but there's 2 away. And just 1 more inning of baseball after the 8th wraps up. The Fightins are trailing by 5. Here's the pitch. Brito smacks it the opposite way, and if he just can move it over a couple of feet, that'll be right where he wants it now. The leadoff hitter already had a solo shot back in the first, but has a pair of Ks since then. And he strikes out swinging as he chases a pitch in the dirt. That'll strand Gamboa on first. And into the top of the 9th we go as Austin Ross comes out for another inning of work.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today.
The R Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightins baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin Phils. The world-famous Fightin Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
Well, it's Austin Ross the Fightins will utilize here in the top of the 9th. The Fightins are down by 5 runs, although they have had a 10-hit day against the Portland Sea Dogs, and Ross is going to have to face Meneses, Potts, and Hernandez. Got through the 8th pretty clean, although he let up a double. He stranded them on second, and so we'll start off with Joey Meneses now, as the infield takes a couple steps back. The wind pushing straight out from center field now. And Ross kicks and fires, gets a swinging strike out of Meneses. If Ross can get out these three, the Fightins will turn to Stott, Bonifacio, and Stokes, the heart of their order for the bottom of the 9th inning. And assuming Ross can get down cleanly, they will be down by 5. But they have walked off 3 times this season in the bottom of the 9th at FirstEnergy Stadium. Seen a lot of success doing that, and they've also come back from some deficits before. 1 ball, 1 strike, a chopper up the third baseline foul, and it's 1-2. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the pitch, and it's just high. Couple of boos from the crowds here as they'd like to see strike number 3. And he misses outside. It'll be a full count now to Meneses. Ross trying to record the first out here in the top of the 9th inning. Portland 8 runs on 13 hits. Reading 3 runs on 10 hits. They both have 1 error on the field, and they'll end up walking Meneses now with nobody out. There's a runner at first for Hudson Potts, though, perfectly set up, of course, for the double play.
The third baseman, number 5, Hudson Potts.
Portland coming into today's game in 2nd place in the AA Northeast, just trailing Somerset and the Reading. Fightin' Phil's trailing Portland. They were 34 and 23. We are 26 and 34. And the Fightins have really been on an uphill swing these past few games. Here's the offering from Ross. 0-2 count now to Hudson Potts. And he sends a looping foul ball that probably leaves the stadium up on the crossroad. And his count will stay 0-2. Over on first, Joey Meneses here. Ross trying to get out of this half inning. And instead, he'll get a base hit to left field. Steven throwing it back in, and moving over to second is Meneses. And so there are 2 runners on and nobody out for Ronaldo Hernandez. And manager's son now will come out and get the bat, taking a couple swings himself. Love to see the passionate kids there out on the field enjoying the ball game. Fans are still invested in this game. Appreciate the support over there up the third baseline. Ross looking back at second. Now he'll come home, and he gets a called strike. Now he's gotten the first pitch strike to every one of these batters. He just has not been able to get the job done. This one should be playable in shallow center field. Gamboa racing in, but it's going to be Landon who makes the catch, out number 1. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald now. The AL up 5-1 on the National League in the All-Star game tonight. A lot of RBIs for Vlad Guerrero Jr. JT Realmuto hitting a home run in the bottom of the 5th. Love to see our Philly pride And of course, Zach Wheeler is set to pitch tonight. And there's some really rowdy fans still left in the ballpark. You love to see it. They're doing the wave actually over there up the third base side. Try to poke my head out, see what we got going on here. 1 ball, no strikes to Fitzgerald, and he loops one foul into the Fightin's dugout. It's a group of fans supporting the home team, doing the charge over there by themselves. They've got the wave going on. I like it. They're keeping the fans invested. One ball, one strike here. And Fitzgerald takes a pitch down low. Although I do think they are doing the charge chant for the wrong team, because they're saying let's go Phillies, but the Sox are on the base. But at least we know who they're showing their support for. 2 runners on, nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Ross kicks and fires, and he'll get a swinging strike out of Fitzgerald. Ross, the ball behind his back, glove at the waist. Now they'll come together. 2 balls, 2 strikes here, 2 runners on, nobody out. He looks back at second, now he's going to come home. And this ball is sent to right center field. It's going to score a run as the throw comes in from Gamboa. 1 crosses the plate. It is 9-3. Sea Dogs as Meneses scores, and heading over to third is Hudson Potts now, and that is a double from Fitzgerald here. So still 1 away in the 9th for Devlin Granberg, who has had a 3-hit day. And it looks like they're going to let Ross try and get through this one. And this one is going to be a base hit if it lands fair, but it is 1 foot shy of being fair. And that'll be a strike to Granberg now, as heading back to third is Hudson Potts, and over to second is Ryan Fitzgerald. No balls, 1 strike here. There's 1 out. Ross deals, and he fouls it back. He's got him 0-2. Ross working slowly here, trying to get these 2 last outs in the top of the 9th so he can send his team back to bat. They're down by 6 runs right now. Both teams recording a lot of hits, just the Fightins having trouble driving the runs across. And he'll get Granberg to strike out swinging for out number 2. A big pickup there for Ross. And now he'll face Roldani Baldwin, the number 9 hitter. This would be a good out to make, or else he'll have to go back to the top of the order, which has seen a ton of success today. Most of those guys multi-hit days, extra base hits, runs across, RBIs. So this would be a good opportunity now. 2 runners on, but 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Ross gets a first pitch foul ball, and it is fielded by the ops guys. and he's not able to make the grab. Got some operations guys sitting up top. Up the first baseline, and he goes for the one-handed grab, but just not able to get the job done. But nevertheless, there's a strike for Oldani Baldwin. Ross kicks and fires. It's over the head, and it's 1-1. Wind is picked up again. It's pretty stiff going from right to left. I see that flag out in the outfield. Straight across. And here's the pitch. Sent into center field. Gamboa on the run. A couple steps to his right, and he'll make the catch to retire the third out. In the top of the ninth, to the bottom we go. The Fightins are down by 6. And they'll set up the heart of the order to bat.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoying our Phil's game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Redding Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Well, a call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen as a pitching change comes in for the Sea Dogs for the 9th as Matt Kent hands the ball over to Seth Blair. And he'll face off against the heart of the Fightins order. It is Stott, Bonifacio, and Stokes. Blair joined Portland's roster on May 27th, so started in Lake Elsinore. This is his 3rd year in Double-A, although with a different organization. This is his 7th professional season, albeit first with the Red Sox, and he did get an invite to Major League Spring Training Camp this year. Was originally with the Cardinals after being drafted in June 10th, and then played there until 2014, but took a break from baseball from 2015 to 2018. Kind of sounds like our guy Mark Appel. And then he returned to the sport after signing with the Padres as a minor league free agent in 2019, and then made his way over to the Red Sox organization. Bryson Stott will lead off. A lefty does not have a hit off of Blair. He's held lefties to a .000 batting average. But the crowd still invested here in Reading. Lots of chants going on. They would love to see the whole town team come back into this game. They're down by 6 runs, and they've got 3 outs to work with here in the bottom of the 9th off Seth Blair. But they'll start it by sending Bryson Stott up to the plate. A multi-hit game for the shortstop. A single and a double. And he'll take a first pitch strike. inside. Strike number 2. Blair, kind of a sidearm slot, leans over a lot and then releases about a straight arm across. So his arm isn't quite overhead or even off to the side at all. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Stott. Kicks and fires again. Stott stays alive, fouling it back. And he'll keep his count. Crowd is loud here at FirstEnergy Stadium as the Fightins looking to rally here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Blair leans over, and the righty kicks and fires. Stott gets caught up swinging, and he kind of trips into the catcher. And I guess he's down on strikes there. As he'll head back into the dugout, there is 1 away now for Jorge Bonifacio.
The designated hitter, number 29.
Bonifacio 0 for 4 today. Just he and Josh Stephen have not reached base. But we'll see if he can change that right now. One out here in the bottom of the 9th, and Bonifacio takes a first pitch strike. The Sea Dogs 9 runs on 15 hits. The Fightin' Phils 3 runs on 10 hits. Both teams have made an error in the field. And Blair kicks and fires. Bonifacio chases upstairs. Blair hitting 94 on the radar gun, and he's got Bonifacio down on 2 strikes. And here's the offering. Stays alive, fouls it into our dugout suite. And a good souvenir for some kids over there, thanks to Jorge Bonifacio. Tonight's PSECU attendance report at FirstEnergy Stadium was 3,518. PSECU proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. No balls, 2 strikes here to Bonifacio. Blair sends one home, and it's right to the second baseman on a couple of hops. He fielded it and sends it to first, and now there's 2 away in the bottom of the 9th for the Fightin' Phils.
The first baseman, number 15, Madison Stokes.
And here's Madison Stokes now with 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. The Fightins down to their final out here, but Stokes, a great guy to have at the plate. Already 2 hits today, with a double and a single. And Stokes takes the first pitch strike. Blair working quickly here against the Fightin' Phils. Leaning over Blair on the first base side of the rubber. He sends the offering home, and it's a called strike 2. Down to their final strike is Reading here in the bottom of the 9th. Don't forget, Fightins fans, 5 more games in this series tomorrow, beginning at 7:05 p.m. here at FirstEnergy Stadium against the Portland Sea Dogs. That's the Red Sox affiliate. And, of course, our 70th anniversary cup giveaway. Madison Stokes is not going to let this game end yet as he sends a liner over the second baseman's head. He'll have a 3-hit day here for the Fightin' Phils, and Reading has a runner on with 2 outs. Here's Josh Stephen in the bottom of the 9th. Josh Stephen, the lefty batter, hitless today, but we'll see now a perfect time for him to record his first one. And he steps up into lefty batter's box with 2 outs and Madison Stokes over on first. A 2-out rally here for Reading. The crowd screams. And here's the offering outside. Steven takes a called strike inside. Stokes taking a nice lead off of first. The righty Blair has his back to him, and I don't think really too concerned about the runner with a 6-run lead. And Steven has to back away for a ball on the inside. It's 1-1. Big Josh Steven fans in the house as he takes a 2-pitch strike. And Stokes was down to 2 strikes though. And got the job done. With a runner on first and 2 outs, the Fightins trail by 6 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Blair kicks and fires the 1-2, a called strike 3 to Josh Steven, and that'll do it here in the ballpark. But don't worry, Fightins fans, they're back in action tomorrow night, and there's always more baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. We'll see you for first pitch, 7:05 against the Portland Sea Dogs. Thanks for joining us.